So let's go back, because I've got a lot of friends that do the YouTube stuff. A lot of original music artists. It's funny that I even say that, but musical artists that try and put their stuff on YouTube just to try and gain a following, to try and get people to listen to their music. So I guess maybe you could take me back and maybe tell us about the idea of getting on YouTube and the idea of marketing and why you chose to do it.
Well, we, sorry, I'm just going to move away from the dinner table.
Sure.
Johnny and I started working together on some music projects like a few years ago. And at that time he was like, Sarah, you got to check out like this YouTube thing. It's like, I've been making, like, I want to make these videos, like these monthly videos of us in the studio or whatever. And at the same time I was like, oh, cool. I'm making these like in the studio on tour with kind of webisode things. And he was like, yeah, YouTube's going to be like the way for people to make music and get it out there like soon. I know it. So I was like, cool, let's like do some more stuff. So let's make more videos or whatever it is. So that was kind of the start of the whole thing. And then, Johnny put out Love the Way You Lie, a cover, which I actually was supposed to be in, and I went on tour. And
with the Creep Show?
I went on tour, with the Creep Show, and because I was touring with them full time. And he put that video out, and all of a sudden, it just went like tons of people watched it. So that was kind of the kickstart for the Walk Off YouTube channel. And then it just like kind of like it just went up from there. Like we just started really focusing on making videos because like I was on tour at the time playing in front of, like 500 people a night. And then we'd put a video out and like 10,000 people in a week would watch it. Mm-hmm. So we're like, what are we doing? Like how, like which way are we supposed to go here? And then it just kind of like, it took over. We were just like, let's keep doing this YouTube thing. Like there's tons of ways to like get your music out there where you don't need anybody else. Like we can do this all ourselves now, which was really great. So.
Before the Gautier video, how many hits were they getting? You were saying 10,000, but I look back at some of the videos this afternoon. Now they're all well over 2 million, 5 million, whatever have you. But were they like that? They must not have been like that before.
No, I think for like when we put the Gautier video out, Johnny was like, "Let's get 20,000 likes or 20,000 likes in the first week." That was the goal. And so that was within the first 10 minutes. Yeah. That was kind of the steady for us. It was like probably around 10,000 a week or something like that. Which is good. Which is really good for like a smaller YouTube channel. Our subscribers were really growing though. Like they really were. Once we started putting out more songs, when we put that Adele song out, it got a lot of coverage and yeah.
Mm-hmm. I hate to harp on it because I'm sure you've been talking ad nauseum about YouTube and everything for the year. But it's been almost a year since everything happened, so I kind of wanted to write this piece as like a year from a life of an indie band turning into this massive success and dealing with all of it along the way. So I apologize if you've gotten a lot of these questions before.
No, it's all good.
I know
I can't even believe it's been a year.
Well, yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane.
So well, actually, why don't we go back then? You can't believe it's been a year. So what happened after 140 million, a shitstorm of media? Anything stick out from that original onslaught of like, oh wow?
Well, obviously, all of a sudden, tons of people were interested in us that weren't before, which is a given. I mean, that's how the music industry works, mm-hmm. right? If something happens, all of a sudden, everyone's like, we want to be a part of it. Yeah. Now that you've done all the work. And we let some people in. We brought on a management team and we ended up signing a record deal, but it's a really open deal. It actually is still very much in our favor. And we basically just we hired people kind of thing mm-hmm. to help us reach certain markets that we hadn't reached yet. And because of that, one of the most significant things is we have been able to go out and play a bunch of shows and do a couple of really awesome, massive tours, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. How different is it from the Creep Show tours? Because you've been on the road, you've lived the life of a touring musician before. So how different is it? Is it different?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's different because I'm with different people, and that's a given. Mm-hmm. And it's also different because we have our show. Like our goal with Walk Off is to have one of the best fucking live shows on the planet.
And how do you accomplish that?
So, you go and watch the Flaming Lips, and then you go, we're going to put on a show that's better than that. You go and watch Guar, and you say, we're going to put on a show that's better than that. You go to Cirque du Soleil, and you go, let's hire those fucking dancers to come with us on tour.
Right, but this all costs a lot of money. This is not something you would have had access to a year ago, right?
No, not at all. And we have a lot of friends. Like, our crew are all our friends, and they do understand. And even at this point, like, people may think that we've made a bunch of money off this song and stuff, but realistically speaking, what we did was we put an awesome team together, and we put out a lot of money in order to have an amazing tour and an amazing live show, and to put out better videos than the ones that we've already put out. And everything that we do, anything we make $1 on, we put that money right back into the band. So it's really not much different than our our poor days where we weren't making anything. It's like we're now making more money, but we're putting it all back into the band again and making it bigger. So that's kind of the like the little cesspool of music. Like, if you want to have a better show, you got to put down more money. If you want to, all that kind of stuff is a part of it. But the touring, as far as like the difference between the Creep Show and Walk Off, is definitely the people. And we have a crew. Like, before I was setting up all the merch by myself, setting up my amps, doing a ton of, I did all the tour managing with Creep Show, and I wrote a ton of the songs for that band. When we were in the recording studio, I was very much in charge of like the writing process and everything, and a lot of the songs. So now it's a little bit easier for me because there's so many heads that are ready to put ideas out there and be creative. I don't have to be in control of it all. So that's the biggest difference. You
said so many things in there I want to touch on. I don't know where to go, but maybe we'll keep with tours, because you're playing a show tonight. So are the live shows growing? Are people coming out to see Walk Off the Earth, or are they coming out to see some of the cover songs? Not that there's a difference, but I mean, from playing in bands, there's one thing about singing a song that someone else wrote and having people sing it back to you, but there's something else about when you write a song and people sing it back. Nothing beats that feeling, as I'm sure you know.
Totally.
So are people coming out to hear your songs like Summer Vibe and stuff?
Yeah, totally. And the coolest part about the fact that we've been doing this touring is because YouTube's so strong, there's so many live videos up now, so people are getting to know our new songs that aren't even out yet, like Revo, which the album comes out in the end of October. So
yes, and we'll get to that.
Revo, there's like Red Hands, Speeches, like Summer Vibe, Gang of Rhythm, all of these really cool new songs people are starting to know already because they're on YouTube. So that's one really cool thing. And then of course they want to hear us play songs that they know us for on the internet and stuff. But there's also a lot of our original material that we play that they know, because when that video came out, everyone went and bought the last 2 albums that we had put out. So it's a really cool mixture of like, and of course we play the songs that people want to hear, that we know that people know, because that's, a lot of the reason why people go to concerts. We know that. So we try to mix it in as well, as nicely as possible. So sometimes they won't even know what they're hearing, and then they'll go, what fucking song was that? And they're like, oh my God, it's a new song. Okay, I'm gonna investigate and go on the internet and find out what it is. And there's people who know the words to the new songs that aren't even out. So it's working, I think. But yes, the shows are definitely growing. Like tonight, we sold out the Danforth Music Hall in Toronto, which is massive for us. So
yeah, it's a really cool room. I saw Hawksley there years ago. I love that place. It's like sweaty and theater. It's just it's one of the best places in the city. It's
actually where Creep Show did a video here. We did our Take My Hand video here, and I didn't realize it until today when I was pulling up. I was like, oh, this place.
That's nice. Yeah, that you know what? That seems like a good room for you to shoot a Creep Show video, and that seems fitting. I'm gonna go look at that on YouTube afterwards. Did you know?
It's a good video, man. Yeah. It's fun.
Gautier's in town tonight in Toronto too, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you guys know this? Now I wonder, and I mean, this is probably not the case, but have you been in contact with him about the fact that you are both in the same town? You're pretty close to your hometown. Anything going to happen?
No, we haven't been in contact for that sole purpose. Like the last time we were in touch with Gautier was like right after the video happened, and he invited us to his show in Toronto, which was in March, I think, and we went. But it's weird. He's kind of been around us. Like we've been on tour. We've gone to Europe recently, and he's kind of been around us. He's in Toronto tonight. He was in Montreal, I think, one of the nights that we played, 2 nights in Montreal recently, and I don't know. I don't know if it's coincidence or if he's like trailing us and seeing what's going on or what, but all in all, I'm sure his show's going to be amazing tonight too. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it'll be a weird thing if you both decide to play that song at the same time and there's like a universal, like, I don't know, some vibe going on in the city. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's talk about the record. So you got an EP coming out in a couple of weeks here, and then a full-on disc in February. So where are you guys at in recording and writing and everything like that?
It's done.
It's done. Okay, it's finished.
Yeah.
So now comes the major label debut. The record is done. You've written it. You've recorded it. Now you're just waiting to get it out there to people. How tough is that for you to just sit and wait?
Well, we've been waiting for the whole year to start putting our songs out. So we had a really fortunate event with Summer Vibe. We got to put that song out with the video, and tons of people know that song now. And like I was saying before, people are watching our shows right now on YouTube and getting to know the new songs that they didn't even know are going to be out and new yet. So that information is flowing around on the internet, and I think with the power of all those videos that people have access to, and the record coming out, it's going to be pretty massive. We just shot a new video for our first single, Red Hands, and it's going to be ridiculous, like absolutely ridiculous, the most ridiculous video we've ever shot. I'm so excited for it.
Are you at a point where you're having trouble coming up with concepts and you're bringing in other people now? Or are you at a level where you can bring in other people to think about it?
We're at a level where we have the right people helping us out to get certain things like factor, things like that we can put towards our videos, but it's still a lot of our own direction and co-direction or production. It has a lot to do with us, and anyone that we have worked with, like we have worked with a couple different directors now for two of the videos, Red Hands and Gang of Rhythm. But at the same time, like we're still constantly working with them. It's not like, okay, you guys take over and do this thing. Like we always have ideas in the videos. So it's a mix of all of us. And then the coolest thing is we get to go online, watch these people's amazing videos and go, holy fuck, we're making a video with this person. It's going to be awesome. And then we don't have to edit it, which is nice.
Yes. Yeah. So I know the pain of video editing all too much.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's nice to have someone take over and do that side of it.
Yeah. Well, why don't we talk about Red Hands a little bit so I can write up a little storytellers on the single. So what I know of it, from what I've heard, it's a pop song, pop song with instruments, happy vibes, sing-alongs. What is Red Hands?
It's actually like it is. I guess it's a pop song. It's not really. It's not the pop song formula. Like we didn't do the double verse, double chorus, and like.
Sure.
But it is catchy. It's catchy.
Yeah, that's what I mean by poppy. I mean a pop song in the sense of popular music. It sounds like something that's accessible to a lot of people. Yeah,
it really is, and it has it's cool because it's. I think it's the best song on the album to represent what the band is now. Like with the members now that we're all established, we're all in that song. You can really hear Marshall in that song. You can really hear the John. You can really hear the Sarah parts, and it's really worldly. Like it's a really drum oriented song. There's tons of drums. Like when we wrote it, we were like, let's fucking go to Africa to do a video for this song kind of thing. So it's really drum oriented, and it's just a really cool direction for us to take. And it's just another song that's going to represent us as a band, not only having the ability to write an awesome song, but also, having we're capable of putting different genres in everything and not limiting ourselves to one certain style. Like you listen to Red Hands and then you listen to Gang of Rhythm, and it's like two totally different bands, but at the same time you can hear the elements of us all in there. So I don't know, it's cool. And the record's going to be awesome. The Red Hands is an awesome song. And again, the video's going to be sick.
Well, you want to give us, you probably can't say anything about the video. You know what? I'm not even going to push you because you probably can't and you probably shouldn't. So we'll leave it at that. What else did I want to get to you with? You can say like, we're really well known for our one take videos. And this is probably the most intense one take that we've ever done. Still a one take. Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
That's what we use. Thank you. You're very kind. Yeah. So I wonder if and I was going to bring this up earlier, but I forgot we don't have too much time left. So I wonder if the craziness that ensued about a year ago, how are you guys with that? Are you happy that it's kind of negated a little bit? Has it negated a little bit? And if so, do you miss it? Or are you happy that that's kind of like, okay, we can get back to our normal lives now?
No, we definitely aren't back to any kind of normalcy. We've settled into ourselves as a band. I think our relationships have developed a lot. That's one of the things I've noticed the most.
What do you mean, as friends and coworkers?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, we were thrown into this thing and kind of like, okay, guys, now we're going to spend every second of every day together. And like, that can be really intense for some people. So we've really developed our relationship within the band. We wrote a record together, which is amazing. We haven't stopped. And in the ways that some things have started to like maybe whittle down, other things have really started to pick up. So we're reaching out to so many different elements of the music industry that there is no downtime. Like, seriously slept in my own bed for the first time in months last night, and I'm so happy that I get to do it again tonight. Like, that's so it's still crazy, and we want it to stay that way, which is why we're still working our asses off no matter what. Like, some bands would have taken that chance and been like, cool, now let's just spend all of our money and go on this massive tour, and then it kind of just ends. But we're like, take this and make this what we want it to be and never stop working.
That's a good quote to end it out, actually. So before I let you go, we do something called 5 questions. 5 quick questions, 1-word answers.
Okay.
Road or studio?
Road.
Lennon or McCartney?
Lennon.
When you hear a song, what usually hits you first? Lyrics, melody, or rhythm?
The person's voice, actually.
Cool. Song you've written you're most proud of?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
I know. I'm sorry. I asked the same ones to everybody, though.
I think Red Hands.
Cool. And in one word, walk off the earth.
One word. Perseverance.
Oh, that's a good word. I like that.
Is that cheesy? I don't know.
No, that's not cheesy at all. That's a good word. You should hear some shit that I get told. That's a good one. Okay. I like that one.